What's up guys, to DBK videos. I make military content, put it on the internet for you to enjoy. If you want, my social media links like my Instagram are in the description down below. Why did I just... Anyway, today we're going to be talking about how to stand out at Navy Boot Camp 2020. That's right, we're living in the future even though it is 2020. However, if you have not joined the Navy and you want to join the Navy, I highly recommend saving this video to a playlist so you can watch it back right before you leave, just to refresh you on some tips at how to stand out. If you are an OG of my channel, you know that I say, lay under the radar. Don't bring any more attention to yourself. However, if you go in as an E1, they give you an option to take a DEP test and basically be an E2 automatically. If you failed that DEP test because you didn't watch my videos in the past where I talked about the entire Navy Start Guide and gave you step-by-step tips, idiot. You can then, instead of laying under the radar, making it easier for yourself, stand out and show your RDCs why they should promote you on the spot. At the end of every cycle, the chief drill instructor gets to decide a select amount of people from his or her division to promote to the next rank. So if you're an E1, promote you E2. If you're an E2, promote you E3. E3, you don't get promoted, you don't deserve it, so I don't get why so many people in my comments go, why can't I go above E3? Cause been in like a week. Anyway, here's some tips and tricks how to stand out at Navy Boot Camp. Number one, doing what you're told when you're told immediately. So this doesn't mean asking questions. If you genuinely don't understand a concept, ask questions. But don't just be like, why are we doing that? Just do it, no matter how stupid it is. I had to, let me give you a little story. I laid under the radar, but still this one thing happened. The RDC wanted to beat me, but I had vaccines that day and they're not allowed to beat you while you're like light duty. When you get vaccines, you're not allowed to get beat that day, I guess. He made me do shirt tucks. Tuck my shirt in, say 1 petty officer. Tuck my shirt out, say something. Then tuck my shirt back in, say 2 petty officer. Right? Stupid game. Did it anyway without saying. You just immediately say I, suck it up. Social embarrassment. Everyone's on the tow line. Tucking it in, screaming. Everyone's kind of giggling under their breath. Just did it. No questions asked, no problems in the future. If I would have made it any more harder on myself, it probably would have got a lot more stupid than that little game I was playing. It would have went up to this level of game. You're at a carnival and I was playing like skeet ball or something, right? And then all of a sudden he upped it to the holes way up there because I talked back. That's not a good analogy. I'm bad at analogy. When you're at boot camp, there's gonna be a plethora of jobs they need fulfilled by recruits. Some more important than others. Some are something as stupid as like, oh, you're trash PO. Make sure the trash is taken out. Is that gonna have a lot of weight? No, but if you do your job well and you do your job without, expecting any sort of thanks, maybe an RDC might consider like, hey, this guy shut up the entire time, did what he's told, took out the fucking trash. We gave him one job and he killed it. Took out the trash every single time. Let's promote him. Some RDCs might be like, oh, all I did was take out trash. Let's promote the like RPOC, AROC, one of the section leaders or something, the yeoman. I would promote the garbage guy. He's had it rough. But yeah, you could be like the division commander of recruits, right? You could be the guy who calls cadence. There's a guy who's called a yeoman who kind of like manages everyone's administrative stuff. So like he brings all sorts of documents to medical to get stamped. He manages people's medical and dental appointments. They use him as like a messenger kind of. You see him like toting around with like a messenger bag or across some medieval time shit. He's riding a horse in Great Lakes in the snow, minus the horse, and basically be a messenger. Those dudes often get promoted. I've seen multiple people get promoted with that position. So if you want like a 90% chance of like, hey, I want E2 to E3, go yeoman. There's a logbook PO. Your handwriting has to be flawless. Your grammar has to be flawless. I wouldn't make it because knowing me, I would slur in my writing. I slur while talking, but subconsciously I put in under a period. The next way to stand out is PT scores. Nothing gets a drill instructor more hard than seeing someone just blaze through a Navy PFT like it's nothing. We had this track star, literally ran track in college, blow everyone out of the water. Drill instructors are drooling over him. They have this thing called Captain's Cup where you get to like compete against other divisions and athletic competitions. And this guy basically put everyone on his back. If you are physically fit, they're gonna want you. Natural born leaders. You see someone struggling, go over there, help them out. You're done with your stuff, go over there, help them out. Get beat with them. If they're doing something wrong, you try to go help them out. You get caught up in the mix. Don't be like, oh, I was just helping him out. Just get beat with him. Because he probably knows you were just there to help him out. And he's gonna admire that you are getting beat with him. Knowing simple stuff before getting there, like rank structure, incredibly easy to remember. There's literally 9 ranks enlisted and 10 ranks officer. They are not hard at all to remember. I made flashcards and remembered it 2 days before going to boot camp, casually. Everyone who says, oh, well, I just couldn't remember it in time, oh, that's why I failed the depth test, you're lying, you didn't try. It is incredibly easy. The terminology page is super easy because it's all just slang that's kind of fun to learn anyway. The only thing remotely hard about learning anything in your depth guidebook should be like the shoulder pads in like the bars, because I still don't understand that. I've been like 6 years. Just look at their ranks. Give you guys a little breakdown. You're gonna be calling everyone petty officer, chief, or sir. However, if you really want to know how to break down Navy ranks, because this confuses some of my Marines sometime, if it's letters, it's their rate and or MOS, job. If it's numbers, it's what their rank is. Sometimes varies in and out, but for instance, HM3, you are a third class, right? Third class petty officer, which means E4. HM is corpsman in your rating. IT2, information, tech, whatever, second class petty officer. CS1, culinary specialist, first class petty officer. Letters, job, number, rank. You're not gonna use that. That's more for when you get in A school. Petty officer, crows with chevrons. Anything with an anchor is at least the chief. So if you can't see the star above it to see if it's a senior chief, at least just call it chief, right? Like they're an item. Crows, if there's a bird, right? And it's not a giant bird spread open and it's an old person, it's probably a petty officer. No 20-year-old is about to be an 06 in the Navy. If you see someone with gray hair, old, tall, wearing a bird with one chevron, probably an 06, right? There's not many around boot camp. If you see like a young dude with 2 ribbons with like a bird, not with the wings all the way out with 1 chevron, that kind of confuses people. Anything outside the realm of a bird with up to 3 chevrons under it and an anchor, they're an officer, and just call them sir or ma'am. That's it. Boom. Ranks easy. Easy. You should know that. Volunteering for things. They're going to have miscellaneous labor jobs that need to be done, working parties, and just volunteer yourself up for it anyway, because if no one volunteers, they're going to pick someone anyway, and then they're just going to be pissed that they had to pick someone. You might as well be the person to volunteer, and they know, oh, that person's always down to do hard work. Let's promote them at the end. You guys, I'm thinking with your thoughts in mind to get you promoted. If you're already in E3 going to boot camp, follow my other videos, lay under the radar, and just chill. If you need to get promoted, stand out, find something to be different than the others. Last tip, this is kind of like a negative standout. Don't tell us or anyone that your family's in the military, because no one cares. There was this one girl obsessed with telling people her dad was a high-ranking officer, which made people dislike her, because it's like she's trying to either rub it in your face, act like she's better than you. You are yourself. Don't write off your parents, uncles, grandpa's last name. Make your own career. Don't try to piggyback off someone else's, because you could visibly see how annoyed my drill instructors were each time this girl brought up her grandpa being like a high-ranking officer. Visibly disturbed, and they can't say anything about it, but they secretly don't like you. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one.